Just
Turn
making
the
sure
fader
you
up, for
heard.
God's sake, Ted.
Oh my gosh, you did it again.
One fucking job.
What should we do for punishment?
Oh, I think Ted should be spanked.
I could never do that to him.
Yeah.
That's all on you.
Yeah. Anyway, Lucy was just singing us the national anthem.
Okay, one more
Go on
time.
then.
From the top.
Yes.
Steak and eggs and steak. That's what you should have for breakfast.
Delicious.
Eggs and steak and eggs. Just making sure you heard.
We got it. Fuck 'em.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right, enough silliness. Time for some silliness. Different silliness. Questions. Questions from the floor. You know how it goes. A large uppercase, otherwise known as capital Q, followed by a colon. Then your question in full. Don't forget to capitalize the beginning of your sentence and suffix it with a question mark or a question mark, if you like. Don't ask your questions more than once in the chat. That annoys Ted quite a bit, really, and he gets all mardy and stuff. We can't have that, can we, Luce?
No.
Just introduce yourself again, Luce, for those that have their heads somewhere warm and moist and don't know who you are.
My name is Lucy, also known as That Carnivore Nurse on Instagram and YouTube. Yep. I am a registered nurse from the UK and I advocate for the carnivore diet, proper human diet online. So. And I've just come to visit Bart at his farm. So,
to do some farming and live streaming.
to do some labour.
Labour. Yes, we'll have you down the salt mines by the end.
Well, I've been knee deep in a sheep's udder this morning, so.
Excellent. And later on this afternoon, we have burial detail to take care of.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because we've had a casualty, unfortunately, overnight.
R.I.P.
Yes, we've lost a sheep. Well, we haven't lost it. We know where it is.
Yeah.
Yes. A sheep has died. There'll be a suitable period of mourning.
It's been a sad day.
It has already. Nonetheless, here we are in the sovereign independent farm nation of Pimbatia, where we don't use any chemicals to stop our cows from burping or farting. None of that. What else don't we do here?
We don't sing?
No singing.
I've already broken that one.
I know. Dreadful. It's all right though, Pim's not here. She probably didn't hear.
That's good.
She won't be watching. Well, sometimes she does actually. When I'm doing a live stream and she's not involved in it, she'll actually get on and start fucking trolling. Incredible.
Good.
Yes. Right, let's crack straight into the questions. It seems like there haven't been a huge amount of notifications going out because there's not a huge number of you here. Anyways, tell all your friends that we're here. Yes. Let's have a question though. How did you manage to look even better than before? Well, we have many uniforms, in the wardrobe.
This one is my personal favourite too.
This is the number 2 dress uniform of the Defence Force of Pimbatia. Yes. Should we go through the insignia? The red on the epaulets there indicates that I am a member of the General Staff, holding the rank of Field Marshal in this case, just behind Lucy's rank of Field Marshal First Class, apparently, from the other day. The bizzo over here indicates that I'm in service of Her Majesty the Queen.
Oh, R.I.P.
Well, not that one, the
Not
one of
that one.
Pimbatia.
Oh,
yeah.
right,
and
right.
not Elizabeth II.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's only one queen in my life.
Right. Well, true in mine too. There's only
True.
one. Her name is Pim, Queen of Pirates, and ducks, and puppies, and goats, and sheeps and cows. Now, first of a name, the Unpoked, the Intractable, and a whole bunch of other things that how queens have to have many titles. First of a name, I think we did that one already. Yeah, she's in charge here. How do we look better? I don't know, we just do. We're fantastic, aren't we? Tell you what else is going on here in Pimbatia. There's a bit of a health kick happening, isn't there, Luce? Tell us about that.
Yeah, we have a
challenge.
We have a challenge, which is high intensity The day I arrived, Bart started running up and down the stairs. I'm like, what are you doing? And it turns out he was doing a beep test, but his own version, going up the stairs at every beep and then turning back around. And it's become a thing now every other day, right? Every other day. We do this stair beep test, and we think everyone should get involved because it's intense.
Yeah.
And it's good competition.
Yes. Up and down stairs.
Up and down. I counted them as 13.
13.
So
12A.
find 13 stairs and do the beep test to it. And let us know what your score is.
Post your results. Mine's poor because I'm in my 50s. Let's be fair.
Mine's savage.
It is. You want to talk about a fit little sausage? That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Let's begin how we mean to continue. Right, okay. More questions. What blood markers would be most appropriate to assess overtraining in a resistance workout program, i.e. CK and rhabdomyolysis, etc.? Interesting. I've got some ideas around overtraining. Before we get into markers and things, Jonathan, overtraining is a thing that you can do on any one given day. Overtraining syndrome is when you string together a series of days where you overtrain, not necessarily consecutively. It's a thing that happens over a period of time, and there are some definite physiological ramifications. That's a big word, isn't it?
Huge.
That's what she
said.
There you go. Love it. Excellent. So, Luz, tell us your thoughts about what someone might assess in their bloods or whatever.
I wouldn't really. I mean, there's obviously rhabdo, but that's quite an obvious one. You'll know pretty quickly if you've got rhabdo.
Yeah.
In their bloods, I'm not sure. I really don't know about blood results.
Yeah. Well, I guess the CK is probably a reasonable indication of muscle damage. Most of the signs and symptoms of overtraining syndrome are not really labs that you get from your bloods. They're actually affect
Yeah,
things.
and how you feel and how your training is becoming. Are you tired all the time? How do your muscles feel? How's your appetite? If you if that's uncontrollable, maybe you need to tone it down a bit.
Do you think you're overtraining, Jonathan? He's a huge man. Huge. Good morning. Josephine is in the house. Who else is? Let's go. Let's see who's in the house. There's not many questions yet. Roger Rabbit was first in the house. Well done. Field Marshal DC was second. That's not good enough, soldier. I expect you to be here first, every time. What's going on? Did I tell you he's a beast of a man, this DC?
You have mentioned.
Humping around huge logs and stuff. And his boots what are still here. Hard to fill. So they are. No? Okay.
Oh, that's what she said.
Very good. Very good. Yes, good. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yes, terrible. Terrible indeed. Muted again? No, we're not muted. We've unmuted again. I know. One fucking job, Ted. Well, that and the knob twiddling, really.
2 jobs. That's a big job to keep up with, too.
Yeah, it is. Especially if you've only got 2 sort of like thumb-like arms that kind of, Yeah. He seems to have lost his voice again today. Oh well. Never mind. Right, apparently we look smushing.
Thank you.
Smushing. Yeah. Well, as I say, Lucy looks darling. I'm not sure about me.
You look lovely.
Go on, blow smoke at my house.
Look at it. It's just it's fabulous.
There's nothing like having good staff on hand.
I don't get how that's what she said.
Okay.
That's pushing it. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh dear. Puerile.
Yeah.
Juvenile. Childish. Let's move on. Stomp and Bass is here. Good to see you. Our good friend Carnivore Farm Mom. I think we've
already been there.
I know, that's my fault though. That's not her fault. Right. Morning all. Alex. Question from Alex. What's your response to lipid hypothesis zealots who use the examples of homozygous familial hypercholesterolemia sufferers dying with severe atherosclerosis in childhood, limitations in strength of such case studies. Do you have ideas around that? I do, but I'll let you go first.
Oh, I think you should go first.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Well, okay, here's the thing. When you have very serious familial hypercholesterolemia, i.e. the homozygous, it turns out, actually, that I think the thing that you're talking about is actually not the usual familial hypercholesterolemia where someone has moderately elevated cholesterol throughout their lifespan. I think you're really referring to the 1 in a million, truly over-the-top cholesterol folks. Here's the deal. The reason that these folks are getting such vast atherosclerotic lesioning and dying so early is not because there's too much cholesterol. The reason it's happening is because they are unable to synthesize the transporter for cholesterol, i.e. they are unable to remove cholesterol from the blood and take it into the cells where it's needed to do its magics. Ergo, the reason for the lesioning and the dying is the lack of cholesterol that they can't actually absorb, not because there's too much of it in the blood. Still, it's fascinating stuff. It really is.
Interesting.
So that's what I say to those zealots. I also say you're an incompetent buffoon, and perhaps before you open your mouth about something, you should probably get the first fucking clue of what you're talking about first. But that's for another day. Those kind of people really piss me off, frankly. Oh, what about this? Aren't I clever? No, you're not. You're as dumb as fuck. I'm the science me, safe and effective. Don't question the science.
That's the law.
It is the law. Right. You forgot the Q there, Ravi. Good to see you, Ravi Kumar. You need a large capital Q and a colon in front of your quekshuns so that Ted, Prince of Pimbatia, Field Marshal Second Class, is able to find all the right things and hit all the right knobs so that we can bring them up on the screen for you. Right, what are your thoughts on manganese deficiency on the lion diet? I am wondering if the RDA is different for carnivore diet than a SAD diet. Lucy?
I've never heard anyone talk about manganese deficiency, but in terms of RDAs on the two diets, they will definitely be different. You just have to obviously question where RDAs came from in the first place. What are we comparing what to who and when, under what situation? So to take an RDA and think that that's the running truth for everyone at all moments in every situation with every choice that they make in life is pretty, poor assumptions. I don't know about manganese in specific, but maybe you do.
Yeah, no, I agree absolutely. Yes, I agree. The RDA would be very different for a carnivore population. Did one, or was there one in place extant anywhere? There isn't. Nobody is setting up RDAs for people eating a carnivore diet. We're ignored. We're a fringe lunatic mob, apparently. As such, we don't deserve our own RDAs. Where do RDAs come from in general, whether it's manganese or anything else? Here's what happens. I know, I've been involved. The relevant authority in the given country will reach out to an academic somewhere that they have kind of identified using a very cursory, pretty lazy search, to be honest, and say, look, you seem like you might be an expert in this field. How's about you put together a board of academics to discuss what the RDA should be and report back to us. And so that academic goes, oh, why not? That'll look pretty good on my CV. And they're the chair of this committee, and they get all their mates who also get to be on the thing now because they're mates, and they sit around the table and they say, well, should we have a reading of the faculty rules? Let's make up some numbers. There's no science. There's no experimentation. The RDA for vitamin C is X, Y, and Z. Well, says who, on the basis of what? That's an arbitrary decision-making process because you can't do experiments on human beings. Still. Yeah, it's rubbish. It's nonsense. And like Lucy said, I've never also heard of anyone with a identified deficiency, really, of actually anything from eating a carnivore diet, except a deficiency of capacity to swallow bullshit from imbeciles. That seems to happen.
And we know the RDAs are different for other things, like vitamin C is obviously a very popular one to talk about. Carnivores just seem to require less, so this can be possible for many other things.
Love it. Love it. Some tips on sourcing and acquiring raw blood. Why do you want that for? There's nothing wrong with a bit of black pud. I like that, but that's not raw.
Yummy.
Leave out the grains, though, if you possibly can. You don't really want the grains in there so much, do you?
No.
Yeah. Love a bit of pud, me. We don't really get pudding here in New Zealand so much. You can get it, but it's not...
It's not that good.
No, it's not the same.
I had some in Australia. It was not the same.
But Australia's not here, is it?
True.
They suck. You suck, Australia. No, I'm kidding. Love you, all of you. There's nothing you can do about it.
I had a great time.
Tell us what you did in Australia.
I just traveled around and sun, beach, barbecue, and coffee. That's the culture. So
yeah, absolutely.
I was thriving.
The culture here in Pimbatia instead is work your fingers to the bone, get no thanks for it, and do a live stream on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
No worries.
There you go. You got some thanks for it.
Aww.
Where's Ted's uniform? I know. I keep asking if
we need to make him something.
If there's somebody out there, I mean, my sister's here now. She's been with us for a bit, and she'll be with us for the foreseeable future. And some of my nieces and nephews and various other hangers-on are here. She can sew. Maybe we should
She's
get
very crafty.
Yeah, she is. Maybe we should get some fatigue material together and make Ted his own little uniform.
I actually saw a camo top in the op shop. I should have got it.
You should have. Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, yes, Ted needs a uniform. He absolutely does. Vaping seems to be the thing. We're getting a lot of questions on vaping. Do you think vaping keeps insulin elevated, and is nicotine a vasoconstrictor or dilator?
Vaping keeps insulin elevated because of stress.
Fucked if I know.
I've not heard of it.
I can't think of a mechanism by which it would.
Maybe because it tastes like strawberries, your brain thinks it's sugar.
In which case, you might release insulin.
Potentially, if sweeteners do the same thing.
I was involved in a study when I used to work at the University of Auckland many moons ago. And what was done in that study was that athletes came into the lab on several occasions in random order, and they were given either a sweet-tasting substance that was not sugar, did not contain any carbohydrates or any energy or anything else, was an inert substance that would pass directly through, or they were given sugar. The taste was so that the athletes didn't know which one they were getting, and they were doing some exercise, and they were tested in terms of what happened in terms of their insulin. What happened was, it seems that their brains detected the taste of sweetness on the tongue and immediately started releasing insulin before there was any sign of glucose entering the bloodstream. So that might happen too.
Yeah, so if you're vaping strawberries...
First of all, if you're vaping strawberries, I think you should grow a set, frankly.
I would agree. That's what she said?
Yeah, grow a set, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're reaching. That's what she said. Fine.
Yeah. Yes, so there's that. And is nicotine a vasoconstrictor or a vasodilator? It's a dilator, very much. At any kind of physiological loading, it's a dilator. Yeah.
That's what she said.
There you go. Sewn. Have you done it already? Goodness. Are green muscles any good? There are only two things that look like muscles. One of them's muscles. Are there any negatives concerning them to your knowledge? Sometimes seafood, the mollusks of your choice, can contain toxins from the seawater around them if there is toxic seawater or toxic algae bloom or whatever going on, and that can be a problem. But as a food source, I wouldn't base your diet on seafood, and certainly not bivalve mollusks, personally, but it's perfectly fine to have some. What do you think? Do you like mussels, seafood?
Yeah, I love mussels. I don't eat a lot of it because I would rather have it fresh, and that's kind of hard to come around. It doesn't, but I do like sardines out the can, as much as you disagree. Breaking the rules.
You do you. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Hypothetically, if you were to eat a non-animal product for I never do that. I never eat non-animal products.
Bart would never do that.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Never.
Never.
Least damaging. My choice is cucumber.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I just like the crunch, and it's pretty much a lot of water, and yeah.
Yes. Agreed. Cucumber is pretty innocuous.
Yeah.
If you're going to eat something, but not for health, because.
No, it's not a health thing. It's just like a crunch thing.
Yeah. All right. Any conceivable means of looking after your tendons when heavy weight training? Is it just a matter of rest and not overworking them? Tendon-specific training kind of sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, I would say prevention is the best option. So not overtraining would be the first thing to do.
Agreed. I think there are some methodologies which purport at least to be specific to tendons, connective tissues in that way. Like you, Orange Man Walking, I would suggest that probably it sounds a bit like bullshit. Everybody's got their thing, haven't they, that they're marketing. What are you marketing?
Not that much, to be honest. Just eating meat.
Good. Well, that's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hard to make money marketing that, mind.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Hello, Kitty. Good to see you. Bacon runners in the house. Nice. Here we go. Question for Lucy specifically. How much is your slave farm labor running?
How much is your I'm not getting paid if that's what you mean. But I eating very, very well. Farm eggs, duck eggs, chicken eggs, beef every day. So really I'm not complaining one bit.
Awesome. Yep. And all you have to do in return is get the goats in, feedings,
milking, feeding chickens.
Yep, and there's a duck aviary that's going to be built this
some
week.
Random things yesterday. Planting trees, taking down fences. What else did I do?
She's a lumberjack and she's okay.
What is it? With the sticks, munching.
Oh, mulching up the sticks.
Mulching.
Yeah, we've got a machine that
mulching.
mulches up sticks and twigs into mulch.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yep, awesome.
And then I have to do this.
You don't have to do anything. It's all voluntary.
No, it's all voluntary. No gun to my head.
At least not one that can be seen. Right. Thanks for the nuance. You're welcome. Sounds pedantic to others, maybe, but you're bang on. Of course I am. I'm always right, me. Aren't I?
That's the law.
The law. Has Face IQ responded to the invitation to collab with you? No, he hasn't. We are still waiting. Come on, Face IQ. It's not hard.
That's what she said.
Thank you.
I'll get there. That's what she said.
Yeah. Ridiculous Buffoon is in the house.
Hello.
Hello, Ridiculous Buffoon. Professor. Is there more? I don't know. I haven't got any. There you go. See, not everyone's got stirs.
We can find stairs.
Go and find some. Oh, speaking of which, while you're here, I must take you into a place called Tahuna Nui, which is not that far from here, where there are some stairs.
Is it a lot?
Fuck me.
Should we race up?
There are some stairs.
How many?
Oh, many, many, many stairs.
Nice.
You will literally shit yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how many do you think I got 18 yesterday on the stair beep test. So how many?
No, you'll absolutely cane me.
I'll beast it.
Yeah, you will.
How many stairs are you saying?
I forget. I forget the exact number. We can find out though. It's a huge number of stairs.
Awesome.
Basically they go up the side of this mountain. You get a nosebleed by the time you get to the top.
Nice. You go blind and everything.
That's right.
I like that feeling.
Yeah. All right. So.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Sorry. That's what she said. God.
Damn.
I know we missed it again. No, Face IQ has been working on his app named Face IQ Labs. Well, that's no excuse not to come and talk to me. Slow-fi is in the house.
In the house.
David is in the house. Nice. Quekshuns from Carnivore Farm Mom. We love us some Carnivore Farm Mom up in here, don't we? I recently started taking iodine drops in the morning coffee. Ooh.
Can you taste it?
Well, how long before I might expect to notice the effects? Well, what effects are you looking for?
Yeah, that's to assume you had an iodine deficiency in the first place, which you may not have had. So you can get that tested. It's probably best to know before actually even taking iodine in the first place. That's what I would suggest.
Great. Yes. I tell you what, here's like a course sort of methodology you can use. Get some Lugals or whatever it is. Make up some iodine if that's what you're doing. In a dropper and drop 2 or 3 drops on the back of your hand. If it's still there, if the brown mark is still there in half an hour, you are not iodine deficient.
How reliable is that?
Not very.
Doesn't sound. You can get blood tests too.
You can?
But you can do that as well.
That's what she said. Ted needs a hand with his job. He needs a hand job. Yes. Greetings from the communist state of North Carolina.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Today I shall be mostly wearing this uniform and also my fluffy pyjama pants.
That's true.
Because, well, that's the thing when you work at home. You don't even have to get dressed in the proper uniform. Show us your socks.
My socks are epic.
They are. They're the best
I'll
socks.
take my shoe off. Some flexibility.
There we go. Cows
Can you
and
see?
grass
Cows
and daisies.
grass and pretty
And they're yellow.
cool. And they're yellow.
So they are acceptable Pimbatian colour scheme.
Part of the uniform.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Jonathan says his problem is probably not overtraining. It's probably with the lighting in gyms, fluorescent lighting. Yes. Yes.
Probably.
Maybe you could at least, you can block the light from your eyes at least with some orange lenses if you want to. Or have a gym at home. And then you can have your own lighting like Harry does in his house. Harry has yellow light bulbs throughout his house at some great expense. Right. Wonder where Harry is. It's probably a bit early for Harry. It's only 8:25 in Australia.
Who's Harry?
Harry Sopanos. He's a good friend of the channel who doesn't mind a chin wag. He likes to have he likes to say things about stuff. He knows a lot of things about a lot of stuffs, and he comes online and it's a monologue. And we love it because it makes the work easy for the rest of us. We just sit here and go, Harry, go. And half an hour later, he hasn't taken a breath yet. It's incredible. We love you, Harry. There's nothing you can do about it. Right. How much work did it take for you to become so knowledgeable about so many things? I just made shit up. It's all good. What amount of hours and work week are we looking at? Well, look, here's the thing. Some people have a certain capacity to absorb information and regurgitate information mindlessly, which I can do. And I know some of the techniques, the mega memory techniques and things. I've used them myself from time to time to learn things. Some people also have the capacity to just naturally remember things without even trying, which I also have in certain contexts, like music, facts, figures, that kind of thing. The real trick is having the nous to actually critically interpret the information. This is why I always find that the term artificial intelligence to be an oxymoron. Because they're not intelligent. They have no capacity to be intelligent. All they can do is mindlessly regurgitate what they go and search and find. So there's no amount of work you can do to actually develop that. Unless you want to join my Patreon, of course, and watch my course on exactly how to do that, to learn how it is I think about things when someone puts a paper in front of me and says, look, here's one that proves X, Y, or Z. The first esopode is already available on my Patreon at the $10 a month US and above level. It's bloody good. Who's watched it so far? I don't know. I haven't even looked at the stats yet. Who's seen that video that I posted the other day, the first of many in that course? Do comment how good it was in the chat. And if you thought it was shit, keep it to yourself. Because we can't have that. That's hate speech.
No hate speech.
No hate speech here.
No disagreeing.
Nope. There we go. Love it, Jonathan. You're quite right. That's how it is. Do you think we could get that concept through to Pim at any point?
No.
No.
It's probably for the best too.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Will your Patreon contain information about holistic health and cardiovascular health? Yes. Yes. Mostly the course I'm working on at the moment is about specifically how to read the literature, and it will be the literature on such topics, among others. So yes, in a roundabout way, there will be information on that. There's also already voluminous information on that available on my fine YouTube channels, plural. There are many YouTube channels I run, 5. 4 of them I don't bother posting on these days because none of you pricks watch it. You only watch this one, for some reason. Why is that? Do you not know the other ones exist? They're good. In a different way. $10 from the Fully Laden Swallow. Not to brag, but I have the biggest ramification you've ever seen.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Woo!
Whew. Huge ramifications. That's what he said to her. Lucy has a beautiful singing voice. Yes, she does, actually.
Thank you.
We were thinking I might do some recording of her singing some very funny songs about nutrition at some point as a promotional.
Check out my Instagram. I have some singing carnival songs.
Absolutely. And your Instagram is?
That Carnivore Nurse.
That Carnivore Nurse. It's down there.
There it is.
There it is.
And my YouTube is the same name. I did that, unlike you.
You rock.
There
that
it goes.
Carnivore Nurse. That Carnivore Nurse. Oh, my hand's fallen off. Oh dear. It's all right. I got better. Right. What's the best part about hanging out with Bart and Pim and Ted?
Oh, their dog Nessie. She's my best friend. I love her.
Yeah, she's a complete cockhole. She really is. Love her. Can't do anything about it.
I love her.
Yeah.
I also like the Pimmobile.
Yeah.
This little 4x... Is it a 4x4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiny little 4x4. It's so fun.
It's an RTV. I don't even know what that stands for. Rough terrain vehicle? Maybe.
Sure. That's what it is, so...
I make the law here. I am the law.
Yeah.
He's right. On Carnivore, manganese is below RDA. However, on Carnivore, you should just ignore RDA.
Yeah, that's a good way to go around it.
Of course I'm right. Right. We've got to make our own RDAs. Well, let's set up a board of people that are going to be on that and decide what it's going to be. That's just what they do in the standard variety, so we'll do the same. All right. You've heard of me talk about manganese.
We chat sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Manganese on a carnivore diet can be covered by mussels, oysters, and other bivalves.
There you go.
Yeah. Jonathan found his RDAs based on symptoms, blood tests, genetic markers, and subjective experience. Good. So fuck around and find out.
Pretty much.
Yep. Do you believe in taking electrolytes? If the meals consumed are not large enough to stimulate insulin in the needed amount in order for the body to hold on to proper hydration balance. Interesting one. Interesting. What do you think?
Well, first question, do I believe in electrolytes? Yeah. I don't think they're essential. I like to take them in the morning. Unless I'm eating. If I eat straight away and I salt my food, then I don't bother. But if I do drink black coffee in the morning, and I like to have a glass of just water and plain electrolyte with that. I feel like it just keeps the balance. What's the rest?
Basically, if you don't have enough food intake to cause that insulin spike to keep your renal tissue,
mean, it could help. I feel like this is all very like subjective
It
to
is
how you
absolutely,
feel.
yeah.
So
It is
everyone
absolutely.
want to make blanket statements.
They do. I'll tell you what, I'll make a blanket statement.
Go on then.
If you genuinely are not eating enough to get that insulin spike happening at all, and you go days and days and days and days and weeks on end without much of an insulin spike, by which I actually don't mean a spike like you get with carbs, I actually more mean a sleeping policeman. If you don't get that, then no amount of exogenous electrolytes will help, because you'll just piss them out. Even though your body needs them, your renal tissue will not be able to hang on to them. You won't be able to filter them back in, because you need insulin for that. So, there it is. That's what happened to Paul Sellard. I don't know who Bart K is. Remember him?
Yeah.
Him that did several videos with me before he lost his mind. And then, rather than face up to me to deal with the fact that he's lost his fucking mind, he pretends I don't exist, or that he doesn't know who I am. Hilarious. All right. That's all you need to know about Paul Sellard. I don't know.
It's a good name.
Bedridden. That sucks. Several months. Even more sucks.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Are there any special considerations? Go on, Nursey.
Are there any... Starting the carnivore diet as a bedridden person. I mean, I would say it's kind of the same thing. Transition slowly over time. You can have digestive upset, so I suppose as a bedridden person, that's definitely something you want to try and what's the word I'm looking for? Avoid. If you increase your fat intake too quickly, it can run straight through you straight away. So you want to avoid that one especially. So that is slow transition, slowly increasing your fat over potentially weeks. There is trial and error. You don't know until you kind of find out. And then eat whenever you want, whenever you're hungry, until you're full. And that's the main points.
Yep.
It is quite simple, and being bedridden doesn't change much at all. And have good people around you that's going to bring you food.
Yep. Because you won't get that in
You won't
any
get
hospital
that in
setting.
a hospital if you're in a hospital, which is a shame.
They'll feed you toxic, poisonous nonsense is what they'll do.
Yeah, they will do that.
Yeah, fuckers. Anyway, Marky Mook is going to Akadaka today. Bam, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I don't know. I wet myself.
Singing.
No singing.
You're singing.
Yes. No singing. I'm jealous that you're going to Akadaka today. I'm not. I'm staying in Pumbatia. Can you recommend a strategy that will stop me peeing? Well, you could not drink so much before you go to the concert. You could get one of those things like you could catheterize yourself.
You could.
You could.
Don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
But
or coffee.
Or coffee.
Or
They're
any
both
other diuretic.
diuretics.
Yeah, good. And don't get overexcited.
Or you could wear a nappy.
You could. Like the chicken
Like
that we
the
have.
chicken.
If ever you thought, I'm not quite sure about those Pumbatians, they kind of come across as being sort of believable in many ways, but then stuff happens and you go, no, they're all barking mad. Mm-hmm. Pim has taken a chicken literally to her own breast that was the only survivor of its clutch. The mother wouldn't accept it, so she's actually been looking after this chicken. She's been carrying it around.
It's imprinted on her.
She thinks that the chicken thinks that Pim is her mum, and so she's been like inside and walking around the kitchen floor, which is a stone tile floor. But this chicken's been crapping all over the kitchen floor, and I'm like, this is no good. You know.
And on Pim.
And what I really meant was, take the fucking chicken outside. But is that what Pim did? No. She made the thing a fucking nappy. And this thing's walking around the kitchen in a nappy going...
His legs are like... It hates it. It's so funny.
Look at my Instagram if you want to see a video of that. Bart_KAY_nutrition. You'll also find many, many Pimbatia shorts about things going on at any given minute there. It's good. Good stuff. Oh, I liked your video about moving the cows too, and how cows are good for the environment and stuff.
I've resurrected my Instagram yesterday.
Awesome.
With Bart's cows. So check that out.
Yep.
going at plant monoculture and how it's destroying the soil.
Yeah.
Which is very true.
The other thing that destroys soil is a huge volume of water racing through the property twice in 2 weeks and ripping out all the topsoil down to 2.5 meters deep and leaving us nothing but a hole in the ground.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it.
That tends to fuck it up too, a bit. So send us all your money so that we can repair the place. Or something. After we've paid Ted his appearance fee.
Which is expensive.
It is. Well, Ted views himself and identifies as a giant in the entertainment industry, and his pronouns are fee, fi, and faux fum, you see. He thinks he's important because his other gig is doing the voice for the fictional character Brian Blessed.
It's my sister.
Hello, sister.
Hey, Alice.
Hello. Alice! Who the fuck is Alice?
Would you have discovered the carnivore diet if you weren't a nurse? I actually think I would have, because I had a personal experience of obviously eating and experiencing what carbohydrates do to you. I used to have porridge and an apple for breakfast, thinking I was the healthiest person on this planet, and I would be falling asleep at my desk, half an hour later. So nursing exacerbated the whole thing. I don't think I might have, I don't think I would have pursued an Instagram page if it wasn't for nursing, because it's through nursing that I realised the dire need for advocacy for carnivore diet and the education that people need. But I'd like to think I would have, maybe at a slower pace too, because I was confronted with so much ill health and I was seeing the repercussions of the incorrect diet every shift I went on. So it was, it was right there. So I couldn't get out of my mind. But I do think I would have, I'd like to think, because carbohydrates were sending me to sleep.
Is this your hot sister that you think should come here?
My hot sister, that's what you think. She's pretty hot, but no, I don't think she should. Well, she should, but it's not. It's the other one.
Listen to your sister. Don't come anywhere near here.
She's got a cushy life
Call
in
the
London.
police.
Call the police.
Call the police.
Help me, Alice.
Help her out. She's in trouble. Love it. All right. So this is one of the twins, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they're twins.
Are they identical or are they
No,
fraternal twins?
definitely not identical. Alice is I don't know, 5'2", and the other one's like 5'9", 5'10". Very different.
Yes, that is different.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yes, do be careful when you get your... I presume this is for the bedridden person. Once you do get moving again, don't go up and downstairs like
No,
field marshals.
Don't do that.
No, that's no good. You do everything progressively.
Very slowly.
Yes, that. Slowly is the way, isn't it?
That's what she said.
Thank you. Do you think the MTFHR thing is overblown?
What does that mean?
Well, that's the thing that they refer to as the motherfucker snip. It's the thing that stops methylation and causes a bunch of problems in a person that expresses that particular SNP.
Okay.
Single nucleotide polymorphism.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's overblown. I think that it's over... well, here's the thing about any SNP. Whatever your SNPs are, whatever SNPs, doesn't matter. No gene is a fait accompli. And no gene variant is a fait accompli in terms of what that gene will do. Genes interact with the environment in which you place them. And they can be up or down regulated. The other thing to realise about genes is any one given gene has one job. Ted, one fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
And that one job for that one gene is to produce a given protein or not to produce that protein. On or off in every given set of that gene. So it's on a cell-by-cell basis, basically. It's a fascinating setup, really, about how the body works. People think that genes, being the instructions for our bodies, are instructions that are followed. No, they're instructions that are kind of optional. Like, no singing! Like that. Yeah. Did I leave anything out there?
I mean, that's not my topic, not gonna lie to you.
Okay. What is nurses' topics other than nursing?
I mean, well, it's nursing.
And being a carnivore.
Are you talking about me specifically?
If you
what
like.
are nursing?
You can take it upon yourself, absolutely, yes.
What are nurses' topics? I don't even know. I mean, nursing is all about activities of daily living. Fundamentally, it's about what does a person do every day to just be on this planet and exist. And then nursing is in the context of them losing their independence from these things. So whatever you do every day that you probably don't even realize, going to the toilet, washing, dressing, eating, all these things, that's what nursing's all about.
Yes. And of course, you specialise in orthopaedic nursing, don't you?
Orthopaedic trauma, so broken bones. Yeah.
Right. Yes, lovely. Oh dear, what can I possibly do with this question, Lucy? What could I possibly do?
Wow, that is what he said.
Yep.
I can't tell if this is a piss take or not. Walking is the best for blood flow.
Okay, yep.
Walking.
Yes. A bit of vigorous exercise will cause the release of some vasodilators, thus allowing blood flow to the areas of working musculature. Little blue pills. Little, diamond-shaped blue pills. Don't take those if you're a pilot, by the way. Apparently they interfere with your ability to see the difference between green and blue.
Okay.
Interesting side effect of the little blue pills.
Talking from experience?
No, I've just read that somewhere. I've never been a pilot.
Okay.
Air Marshal Sawyer of the Meat Militia has been a pilot. He flies Airbuses. That's impressive.
That is cool.
Big ass planes. Yeah. In fact, after he was here for a bit, he was sending me photos of signs at airport docking gates. And the game was, where am I now? Where am I now? It was like playing Where's Waldo or Where's Wally, depending what part of the world you're in. Yeah. We miss you, Pete. You're AWOL, just like DC. And Private Ryan and Private Ryan. And that German woman that was here for a while. I forget her name. That's rude of me, isn't it?
Terrible.
Anyway, strawberry flavour can absolutely trigger a cephalic phase. Yes. Yep.
There you go.
Yep, absolutely. What do you think about enemas?
That's odd. Why are you doing weekly enemas? I suppose we need to ask that question.
Yeah.
Enemas are kind of an extreme way to deal with constipation. Definitely not something that you should be doing regularly just because you like the feeling of them. If you are dealing with like chronic constipation, we need to get to the root cause of why that is, and enemas aren't going to solve that. Most likely something in your diet or your hydration status. Is it recommended? I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm not speaking from as medical advice, but my opinion, I don't think so. Because it's not going to, if you have constipation issues, that's not going to solve it. It's just going to maintain it.
Yep, good. I'm fascinated by your comment about someone liking the sensation of an enema.
I think people would become... Oh, that's what she said?
Well, no, not everybody, if you like.
If you want. If you go that way.
That's what she said. Yeah, liking the feeling of an enema.
I think
strange.
people, not like in an addiction way, or maybe, but people can get kind of used to that feeling of getting cleared out if they have constipation issues as well. It's obviously like, if it feels good to have your bowels work, right? And people do like that and use enemas more than they should, which I wouldn't recommend it. If you don't need an enema, don't use it.
Strange world we live in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand this world anymore.
That's a thing.
Right, if you're trying to lose fat mass, should you lower the fat intake, or should you eating leaner cuts, or should you just eat less altogether? There's more to it than that, isn't there, really? Setting yourself up to be in a situation where you're likely to lose fat. Tell us all about that, Lucy.
I feel like our opinions are going to differ here.
Hate speech.
Slightly.
Are we ready? Brace yourselves, boys and girls. Brace yourself, that's what she said.
Well, we agreed somewhat. Like, first is to eat the proper human diet. Get your body into that state first.
Yes.
Which I would say is eating fatty meat whenever you're hungry till you're full for a prolonged amount of time till you feel like you've stabilized your body, and this feels like a very natural thing to do. When it comes to losing fat, I do sit in the if your body is high fat, does your diet need to be high fat sort of boat.
Sure.
So in a way, so to your question, yes, I would lean down on your meat if you want to lose fat. But that's not a sustained way of eating. You eventually, once your body stabilizes to a healthy level of fat, you don't want to have no fat, you would have to then slowly increase the fat again. That's what I would say. I don't know if you would agree with that or not.
That all sounds fine to me. I would suggest 5 health hacks because it seems that, just anecdotes, mind, just anecdotes, that if a person is inflamed chronically, they are unable to lose fat, irrespective pretty much of what they do with the diet. You know, running around saying, I've tried everything and I can't get the fat off. Have you tried dealing with the inflammation that's holding it there? And my 5 health hacks, my patented 5 health hacks, are really designed around reducing a person's chronic systemic inflammatory overburden. There were some big words, weren't there? That was quite a mouthful.
That's what she said.
Thank you. You're getting better.
Thanks.
That's what she said. No, she didn't. She said, you're getting worse.
That's what she said.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so 5 health hacks. If you don't know what those are, and you've had your head somewhere warm and moist, and I don't know, have a look at my channel at 5 health hacks you need to know. There's a video there. They're all covered, laid out, laid bare. A list, 1 through 5. Right, good. Oh, I love the question about how do I convince my family members of things. Yeah. How should one prove to family members who are open-minded that eating an 80% meat-based diet is optimal and will not lead to issues?
Lead by example. Just prove it by the fact that you do it and you feel really good. Maybe you improve some health outcomes. Maybe you lose some weight. Just let them see it. It's not always in the words. I think it's in the actions and the consequences of what you choose to do. And then obviously you can point them to you can educate them too as you go, obviously, because people ask questions. I have a free ebook on my Instagram, which is really good for people who have no idea about these sort of things. I wrote it from very basic information for everyone to access. You can send them that. What would you add?
Not much. I think you've covered that with all the required sauce.
That's what she said.
Yes. Don't second guess yourself. Just let us have it.
I'll give it to you.
That's what she said. Good. Don't ask me about convincing my family of anything. I mean, for goodness sake, yeah. I would like taking the silly persona and all this nonsense away and just like having a look at my actual academic CV, you would think that I would be a pretty credible source of information. Family members, even of mine, even close family members, go like, well, you do you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right then. The problem with your family is they know you. They've seen you at your worst. They've known you your whole life, probably. You know? So, yeah. I mean, I can't even convince my dear mum of anything. You're going to get to meet my mum tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And my other mum.
It's true.
I've got 2 mums.
Of them.
Well, one's actually my mum and one's her partner, who's not actually my mum. But they're both mums.
More women here.
Yeah. Geez, I'll tell you what, the balance here of estrogen versus testosterone,
Ooh.
Jesus.
Well, you've got a nephew.
Yeah, well, yeah. Again, the testosterone levels here aren't great, are they? No, I'm kidding. He's a good lad. Yeah. What did he do on the stairs? Level 13, wasn't
13.
it? Not bad for a young boy. In his
Not
20s.
quite 18 though.
No. Lucy is the stir climbing champion.
Yeah.
She is as fit as a buck rabbit. She is. Bouncing up and down stairs. All dressed in lycra. Goodness.
Deary me, Bart.
Yeah. Right. Oh, here's a good question. If glucose and O2 turns into CO2 plus H2O, well, not if, it does, plus energy, well, that's a construct. More than 30 ATPs, well, ATP is an energy. That's mass. I know that mass is energy in another form, but anyway. And anaerobic metabolism outside the nucleus turns into lactic acid. No, it doesn't. Plus energy, again a construct, plus 2 ATP. How much ATP does metabolism of fat turn into? It depends on the particular form of fat and a bunch of other things that play into it as well. I mean, we could break this down. This is a whole lecture on muscle energetics. Perhaps I should do that. Maybe I should make a video on that. It's a good question, but it's something that would take me 45 minutes to an hour to explain well. And there are some basic begging the question fallacy statements that you've made there that would need to be corrected. Like that the body runs on energy. No, it doesn't. Or that the body makes lactic acid. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Stick around. I will make that video. Good question. Thank you. All right. Is very foul-smelling excrement a sign of an issue? It's only once a day, but it seems worse than before. I don't know. My shit doesn't stink. I'm perfect in every way. What do you think? Smelly shit could be a problem?
Most likely. Maybe not a huge problem. Maybe some signs of adaptation. Obviously we don't know the context of this, so can't say too much.
Context is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. It could be a sign of a problem, or maybe it isn't. Is the best answer. Apparently Ravi is new here. I am not answering questions about Arjuna's fucking Vonda planets ever again. No. Thoughts on the diet that the Maori ate? From what I understand, it was based on mainly seafood and other Maori, in fact. Then seasonal fruits and birds. They ate what they could get. When they arrived in New Zealand, which wasn't called New Zealand then, they got here, they established themselves, and they said, oh, what can we eat? Look, there's these massive birds. They were called moor. And they were trotting around the place. Some of them were 12 foot tall at the shoulder. I kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a real thing. I'm not just saying silly stuff to make shit up. This is actually what it was. There was also a bunch of smaller birds and things that were able to be, hunted and eaten and stuff. Seafood, absolutely. They call it kai moana. Yes, absolutely. They lived on a lot of that. Of course, they were a seafaring tribe from, it turns out, southern Taiwan originally, that spread out across the Pacific Islands to all corners over 400 or 500 years or so. So yes, they did eat all of those things and each other. Also, there's also talk of there having been some people that got here before the Maori got here, who were called the Moriori, who the Maori people say didn't exist. No, they didn't exist. That's just a fallacy. However, the anthropology suggests that they absolutely did exist, and they too were eaten by the newcomers. Just facts. Sorry about that. How would one properly research and gain holistic knowledge and understanding of a topic? Well, holistic is a construct, an idea. It suggests that you've looked at everything from every angle. And
I was taught holistic nursing at uni.
What's that?
Don't know.
Well, there you go. See, it's just this is a buzz phrase that's thrown out there to make it sound like they're teaching you something ever so inclusive, maybe.
Which it wasn't.
Understanding is also a construct, because one person might think they understand something in a certain way, only to find out that they really don't understand that thing at all.
A man who knows something knows that he knows nothing at all.
That's right.
That's how you understand something.
Yeah. The other way to understand how little you understand about something is to front up to me for a debate on that topic. Normally, those people leave with 7 new assholes. So they do.
Scary.
Yeah. Well, I can be scary, but that's just the act I play to throw them off their game a bit, which is really unnecessary, because actually I can do it with science, but people don't want to see that. They've seen all the debates already. They want to see me tear somebody to bits. So that's why I do that. Do you believe nut-nibbling Nick and engineer Feldman did severe damage to the carnivore movement? Yes, I do. I think that what they did was absolutely unacceptable. They had no business doing it. It did not help, was never going to help. If you want to progress the seriousness with which people take a extremely low carbohydrate or indeed carnivorous diet, then you should do some science. And they didn't do any science. And they communicated about what they did do very, very badly in a very ill-disciplined fashion. And they opened the door to our antithesis being able to assail that argument and poke some shit at it in a very, very major way. And I think that while there are those of us who are absolutely convinced and don't need to be convinced any further, the damage that was done by those arse monkeys, frankly, was in the folks that are sat on the fence, those hearts and minds that we're still battling for, to try and educate people that this is where it's at. And you opened us up to ridicule. So you did, Dave. And nonsensical nitwittery from nut-nibbling Nicky Norwitz and Adrian and Matthew and others. Matthew should have known better, frankly, the senior author. He didn't even read the fucking paper before it was published. That was patent. Obvious from statements he made about the work in an interview after the fact of the publication. Very, very lazy, Matthew Budoff. Unacceptable. Hand in your academics card. You're done, frankly. And next time, Dave, you want to get some scientists together to help you do something, get some actual scientists with some experience and wisdom behind them, instead of two boys in short pants. All right? Was that clear? Good. Okay. That was me being scary.
I'm staying out of it.
Yeah. That's what she said. Right. Theoretically, if one should eat a non-animal based food, which would be the healthiest, least damaging? Why would one? If one should, well, one shouldn't. Under no circumstances should someone eat a whole fistful of biscuits because his sister baked them because he said, would you bake me some biscuits because I want some?
Never do that.
That would be a silly thing to do. Don't do that. Thanks, sister. You rock. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Say no more. Okie dokie. Field Marshal Dave. Challenge accepted. He loves stairs. So he does. Right.
Good.
Good.
I'd like to know what you get.
Do we miss Luke Haleman? Yeah, we do. I don't know whatever happened to him. Haleman, are you out there? Luke, where are you, mate? Are you still with us? Don't know. Anything to maximise testosterone outside of 5 health hacks? I know Dr. Anthony J also talks about chemicals and such. What do you think about testosterone? Tell us everything about it.
Well, I think a very important thing, which everyone here probably knows, but it's synthesized from cholesterol, so a diet and fat. So a diet that gives you cholesterol and fat is a good place to start. And then, yeah, that's really it. What do I think about cholesterol?
All right.
Yeah.
My question would be, who's to say you should maximise it? Who's to say more is better? And should it be high at all times, or should it vary for various reasons? I'll give you an example of how it can vary. On one occasion, Sean Baker took a testosterone test and it came back off scale low. And the vegans, the emaciated, androgynous, skeletal vegans jumped all over that. Look, he's got low testosterone and stuff. 6'5", 275 pounds at the time, 2 or 3 world records, open age world records for physically demanding tasks under his belt. And because he comes back low on one test on one occasion, they go, he's got low testosterone. Look, the carnivore diet's no good for testosterone. Does Sean Baker come across to you, Lucy, as someone who might be lacking in masculinity or anything related to testosterone? No. Ridiculous. Okay. Why did he have low testosterone? Because he worked out intensively the day before the test. And that will tear your testosterone down for 24 to 48 hours. It's supposed to happen. It's part of the thing. All right? So it's not always best to have the highest level of everything, all and sundry, all of that. Things vary sometimes. What are your beliefs on people like PhD Tony and co dismissing you based upon no credentials at all? Well, PhD Tony is a bloke who is a friend of Fight the Flat Earth, who it turns out is a pseudo intellectual, but actually a fucking imbecile. Both Tony and Fight the Flat Earth, both pseudo intellectual fucking imbeciles, actually. Both suffering very, very serious Dunning-Kruger. Both making commentaries entirely out of their lane of expertise. PhD Tony, in a discussion that he and I had, which is on Fight the Flat Earth's channel a few years ago, showed entirely the level of pseudo-intellectual that buffoon is. Basically, I triggered the boy, and he absolutely behaved like a petulant schoolchild. It was hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious. I have no respect for PhD Tony, neither for Fight the Flat Earth. They're both imbeciles, as I said. There's nothing worse than someone who's a pseudo-intellectual that thinks themselves ever so clever, when really they're not at all. In terms of dismissing me on lack of, credentials, well, my academic CV is above reproach, in fact. So I really couldn't give two fucks what PhD Tony thinks about it. A lot of people say we can't find much about Bart Kay online in terms of his former academic career. Well, there's a reason for that. It's because that's the way I wanted it. I instructed all my previous employers to remove stuff about me on their web pages because I don't work there anymore. They had no business putting that stuff up there. My publication record is public record. You can go and look that up for yourself. And you can probably actually reconstruct a lot of my employment history if you do that too. Because when you publish a paper, where you work is on the paper at that stage. So you might be able to do quite a bit of that if you really wanted to. If it's a slow day and you want to try and do some detective work about my past, go for your lives. Go for your lives. It makes no difference to the facts. The facts are my academic background is absolutely above reproach from the likes like PhD Tony and Fight the Flat Earth, frankly. Okay. I hope that covers that one off. And basically the reason I'm not defending myself is because I have no need to at all. I don't need to prove a damn thing. I'm not applying for a job from any of you. None of you get the right to see my credentials and qualifications and stuff. Offer me a job, and then you can ask me for that. It better pay well, though, because, well, Ted's expensive to keep, frankly, as is Her Majesty Pym, Queen of Pirates. You know. Anyway, let's get back to the humour, because this is getting a bit serious, isn't it? Goodness. Harry is excellent. Yes. Unless you want to get a word in edgeways, in which case, you're fucked. No. Love you, Harry. Still nothing you can do about it. Could I look any more confused in assuming I need to take iodine? Thank you for clearing up some of my confusion. You're welcome. Unfortunately, I know it's just the tip of the iceberg. Just the tip.
That's what she said.
Thank you. I like how these videos make learning simple. You're
That's
welcome.
good.
Yeah. Would DHA from whole seafood be beneficial to health? This one's very interesting. I'm going to let Lucy go on the DHA discussion. Is omega-3 a good thing for your health, or is it not, do you think, Lucy? I have no idea what her opinion on this is. We haven't spoken about this before, have we?
No.
No, we've never met, have we?
No, I don't know who you are.
Good.
I don't know how I got here.
I know. That was all the roofies we gave you.
Oh dear. DHA, I mean, it's an essential nutrient.
Yes.
So, yes, it's beneficial to your health for that reason. I feel like in myself, I'm personally torn about how important it is. Like, should we be, like, how much do we need? I really couldn't say. I wouldn't really want to make a comment on that. But I do think your omega-3s are important, and the omega-3 to 6 ratio, I think, is important.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You don't want many omega-6 at all. It's still an essential nutrient. You need some. Fatty animal products have a small amount, but only a small amount. It's the seed oils that have the large amounts, which you want to avoid. What would you add to that?
Yeah, all of those things absolutely correct, spot on, and I would not change any of those comments standalone at all. I'm very impressed. Yes, good. What I would add is this. The amount of DHA you need to take in, it is essential, absolutely, but the amount you need is very, very minute. It's very small. It seems, in terms of at least the inflammation thing, that the ratio, as Lucy said, between omega-3 and omega-6 is the important factor. Well, 3, 6, 9 actually, all three play roles. What I would add is if you look at a study that was published, I think in about 2018 or so, in the journal Nutrition. It's a paper, the first author is some Swedish bint, P. Johnson or something. Some other bald guy that she was working with on that study at that time. And the two of them did this study and wrote it up, and it got published and stuff. And what they did is they looked at commercially available omega-3 supplements of varying qualities. What they did is they went into pharmacies in the UK where they were living at the time, and they bought samples from pharmacist recommendations. What would you recommend? What is the best omega-3? That one? Fine, both. Back to the lab. Those two trotted, hand in hand. Well, not so much because it's a bit secret. That's another story for another day. Tell you what. Anywho, what happened? Well, the oil samples, the omega-3 samples, were put into a nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy machine, and they were tested to see what was in them. 2/3 of even the high-quality samples were tainted with quite significant amounts of aldehydes. Very, very dangerous primary and secondary oxidation products were extant in all samples. Aldehydes, there is no safe limit. Even in very small doses, they tend to tear up lipid rafts, meaning cell membranes. It tends to fuck around with DNA, so potential carcinogenesis, and it tends to lead to cell organ death, apoptosis, cell death, etc., etc., etc. So people that are buying omega-3 supplements thinking more is, this is what I was talking about before with is more better. Not necessarily. Because if you're taking a bunch of aldehydes, you might be thinking, oh, I'm taking in all this omega-3, that's so good, aren't I a good person? You might be killing yourself. Potentially. So, that's what I would add. Caution in terms of adding things in that are not naturally found in natural foods.
So where is the best source for omega-3?
There is perfectly sufficient omega-3 available in the muscle meat of ruminant animals. You don't even need seafood. Especially if you understand that the exact amount of omega-6 oils from plants that you should take in is none at all ever. You will still get some omega-6, by the way, and some omega-9 from so-called saturated animal fat, because it actually does exist in there too. However, the plant-based oil seems to be vastly more problematic and damaging than the animal-based oil. I think, this is a speculation, I think it's to do with the deuterium status more than anything else. And possibly there's another idea that's being thrown around at the moment by Paul Mason, suggesting that there's probably some plant-based toxins that get into the oils that are extracted from plants. And I think that's probably quite viable as an adjunct theory. Was I considered a prodigy in my youth, for example, similar to Einstein? No, God. Okay, several things were said about me in my youth. Number one, my dear grandmother, rest her soul, said to my dear mother, just keep your hands off his throat until he's 21. He'll be a nice young man then. She had to wait a bit longer, to be fair. She did keep her hands off my throat. I think I turned into a quite reasonable person by the time I was about 40. I was a bit of a problem, let's be honest. Yes, I was considered a prodigy, but not academically. Not at all. In fact, I was not interested in school or academics or language or maths or any of that stuff. My thing was music. Singing, actually. I was a soloist for the children's choir for the area around us, sort of thing. I had a classically trained boy soprano voice. And then later in my teens and 20s, I ended up playing guitar and singing in a rock band. So that was a different thing as well. I only started my first undergraduate degree when I was 27. So, there you go. In terms of IQ, not that that means anything other than your ability to do IQ tests and a course gauge on your what's thought to be general intelligence. Well, you're at Mensa level. But so what? Was it Marx that said I wouldn't want to be a member of any club that would have me? Yeah, same here. I wouldn't want to be a member of any club that would have me, including my cricket club, where I was completely inept yesterday. We won the game, but it was no thanks to me whatsoever. Literally. A 2-ball duck. Incredible. To be fair, I absolutely snotted a pull shot that would have gone for 4, absolutely no question, except one of the opposition decided for some reason to dive full length in an energetic fashion and to scoop the thing up in one hand at full length just above the grass. So that was the end of that. He had every right to get nowhere near it. And then the bloke at the other end made 50-something and got dropped 3 times. It's completely unfair. Love you though, Loz. Nothing you can do about it. Stay away from the shills. Yes. Bart, Harry, Anthony Chafee, Jonathan, and perhaps a few others are good sources of information. Yes, agreed. Okay. What is considered the best material for an enema? God, are we that anally fixated? Butter or coffee?
Is that as in consumed through the mouth, or actually?
I don't think so.
I've heard of coffee enemas. I've not actually heard of butter enemas before.
I think they're talking about whacking it up their backsides.
Well, there you go. That's personal preference. Maybe
That's what she said.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Only use enemas if you're severely constipated. I don't think they should be a routine thing just for the sake of it.
Gary is also new here. I think I'm going to start applying the same rule to answering questions about Goetus, otherwise known as Spheriae, spelt with a 3, as I apply to Arjunus von der Planets. I'm not answering that question anymore. I've answered it 1,000 times already on 100 billion different live streams. And frankly, the fact that people would pay any attention to these absolute arse monkeys just stuns me. Guatus is the one that goes, salt is rock. Stare at sun is good, earth is flat. He also thinks that drinking his girlfriend's menses makes him well hard. What is wrong with you? He has to be the most extreme everything there is. He was the most extreme vegan there was before he decided he didn't want to be a vegan. Now he's going to be the most extreme meat eater there is. And a bit stabby, apparently, as well, that guy. Anyway, that's the last time I'm going to answer that question about that ass monkey. He's a complete fucking imbecile. We're done. Right. Question. Living in Oregon with my very little... What?
Living in Oregon with very little full/warm sunlight exposure. Would you recommend taking vitamin D/K2 supplements?
Thank you for your help.
No problem.
Good. What's the answer?
Vitamin D is important.
What's the best way to get vitamin D?
Through animal fat, maybe? Is it? Or
in the diet, perhaps.
In the diet.
Yeah.
But through sun exposure.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
So I don't know. You know, I actually asked myself this question too. I come from Scotland and I don't get a lot of sun a lot of the time. What would you recommend then?
I would recommend that a person eats a species-appropriate, species-specific diet, that being hyper carnivore, and gets as much sunshine on as much bare skin as they can possibly bear within realms of decency and practicality for as much of the time as is practical in the summertime, with the caveat that you should be in direct sunlight when your shadow is shorter than you are tall.
Okay.
So stay out of the middle of the day, especially down here in the antipodes where we have a big hole in the ozone still, and the UV is extreme still. But up north, you don't really have that problem so much. So you can probably get away with a bit more. Perhaps still avoid the absolute hottest part of the day, but otherwise get plenty of sun on your skin in the summertime. And it should be actually annual variation. Again, more is not necessarily better all the time. So
that's why I do think that, like, we've always gone through periods of winter and not having sun. So why should we get involved in that?
Yep.
So exactly. Summer sun is sufficient. Or can be potentially.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right.
What if you're from a place like the UK that doesn't actually get very much summer sun?
Same deal. And at the end of the day, while the days are very short in the winter in the UK, absolutely they are. In the summer, they are much, much longer. And there is absolutely capacity to get plenty. While the sun is hitting the planet at quite an acute angle there, absolutely, there is still enough. People have lived at those latitudes for a very, very long time. So absolutely, it's also interesting that, you know, you say I'm from Scotland, which you absolutely are because that's where you live. Is that where you learned the home counties accent though?
No. Southern England.
Yeah. You can think of it when Lucy's sitting here saying, I'm from Scotland, they go, the fuck she is.
I know. I have actually lived in Scotland longer than England. I moved to Scotland when I was 10, and so I had such, like, my formative years were in Scotland too. It's like so ingrained in me.
I love Scotland.
Yeah.
It's one awesome. Of all the things from the UK that I miss, Scotland is up there. Absolutely up there. It is pretty
amazing.
Yeah.
Just terrible weather though. It is so unfortunate.
All right. Up and down stairs is good for glutes. Squats, thank you.
Glute bridges.
Yes.
Lunges.
Yes.
Sissy squats. What else have we got?
Shagging.
Maybe.
Depending how you go at it, really.
Yeah. Depending what you choose to do, potentially. Walking, sprints.
Yep.
Loads.
Good.
Loads. You can use a resistance band.
Yes.
You could add weights if you want, but start with body weight if you need to exercise. And then consistency. It actually does not matter what you choose unless you're consistent at it.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing.
Yes, every second day, up and down the stairs.
Every second day. Or every 3 days, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose to do, you have to choose something that you're actually going to do.
Yeah.
Else, it's not going to help you. You could choose the most perfect thing ever, but if you're not going to do it, who cares?
To be fair, it feels like my legs are hanging off me today.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Oh my God.
Really? I feel completely fine.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
You suck. Yeah. I did it twice, mind.
You did do it twice. That was crazy.
Up and downstairs.
And you got it better the second time, which is interesting.
Hello, lovely.
Oh, that's the tall one.
All right. Hello, tall one.
Hello, tall one. Hey, Clara.
How tall did you say she was?
I think she's maybe 5'9", maybe 5'10".
Ooh, that's tall.
Much taller than you.
It is taller than me. Still, that's
Not
not
super tall. Not super tall. She actually modelled. She went down a Gucci runway.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Yeah. All right. Good. I am aware of your nutrition science channel. That's one of my other channels. That's the one where I behave myself professionally and stuff. I was not aware of the 3 other channels. I wonder why not. Do you not read the descriptions under videos? Because like in all my pre-recorded videos, all of my YouTube channels are listed under there. I've got one about how the earth is not flat, for example. Did you know that? I've got another one that's about beautiful nature and stuff around New Zealand. Trips that we've done, places we've been, things that we've seen and stuff.
Didn't know you had
People don't watch those things. Mostly because people are too lazy to read the underneath the video description and say, oh, look, he's got other channels. We can't use RDA. No, you're quite right. The RDAs are useless to us as carnivores. Yeah. What was the reasoning for you to create the It's Round Like channel? That's the one that says the earth isn't flat. And was that the reason for the ban of certain communities in this regard to your channel? I just think that anyone that's that stupid to believe the earth is flat has no place here. This is a channel that's aimed at an intelligent audience, and anyone that thinks the earth is flat is not an intelligent human being. They are a dumps. I'm sorry. Not sorry. The earth is an oblate spheroid. We have established this absolutely irrefutably beyond any question whatsoever. And if you can't accept that as an objective reality, you're not in the right place. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish more videos on this channel were more like the science channel. Well, go and watch the fucking science channel where they all are.
What the?
Fuck me. That's what she said.
Oh, God.
Right. Thank you for answering my questions. Bless you.
No problem.
No worries at all. Bless you back. We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Is there a minimum protein to fat amount that is needed to ensure you get an insulin response from meals? Yes, 2 grams, give or take, individual, plus or minus, 2 grams of protein, in effect, per kilo of lean body mass. That'll do it, pretty much. The plus or minus is about 10% on the first standard deviation, I think, from experience.
And that's in one sitting?
Ideally. But some people can get away with splitting their protein into 2 meals if they absolutely can't do 1 meal a day and still be viable and not wee out all their electrolytes and not turn into an imbecile, like Paul Salad I don't know did. Where, this is interesting, here we go. Where on a carnivore diet or in a carnivore diet can probiotics be found? What do you think?
We don't really eat there's dairy, fermented like kefir and things. People would say that's probiotic.
Yes.
Do you need probiotics, I suppose, is the bigger question. Should we be consuming them? Do they have benefits? I don't really know, actually.
All very good questions, very good points, well made. We know more about the surface of Mars for sure than we know about microbiota, how they should be, how they should work, etc. Much of the stuff that is published is speculative, mechanistic speculation. There is nothing by way of actual experimental work that can inform on anything. Turns out there are many different sorts of microbiota that are healthy and viable. What is a healthy microbiome? Well, it's one possessed by someone who is apparently healthy, would be my operational definition until proven otherwise. But here's the thing. Here's a concept for you. It might blow your mind. Absolutely everything that you put in your mouth and swallow is a probiotic. Because it comes with its own flora.
That's true.
So basically what I'm saying is anything you put in your mouth is good.
That's what she said.
Very good. I'll keep you on, I think.
Yeah.
Hello, Andrew. Good to see you, mate.
Hey, Andrew. Yeah, I remember.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
The good work on saying that's what she said.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm still learning.
That's what my mum says about me. He's very trying. Yeah. When you do meet her tomorrow, if you tell her how bad it's been and, you know, all of that, she'll just roll her eyes and say, I know, love. I know. She'll understand. She'll be on your side.
I'm sure. Oh, my sister's 5'3". Sorry, Alice.
Alice. Who the fuck is Alice?
Who the fuck is Alice? I'll make sure to remember that.
You're not taller than me, Alice.
Yeah.
Hurrah. I'm taller than someone. I feel so proud. You needed a nap after your porridge.
Yeah. Porridge and a whole apple and chia seeds and almonds. What a disaster.
Yeah. Do you have any knowledge or opinion on the black pill, i.e. the philosophy that a person's appearance is purely genetic and it's the determining health, success, happiness, etc.?
I've never heard of the black pill, but I don't think appearance is purely genetic at all.
Correct.
Because
it's not.
Everything we do every day does influence the way you look. Obviously, there are some things you can't control, which is just life, and that's what makes it cool and interesting. But there's so much that you still can do to help yourself. And even if you think you have bad genetics, I would still doubt that, actually. Have you tried to consistently eat a carnivore diet, exercise regularly, get outside, surround yourself with people that make you happy? That can transform your body. So definitely not purely genetic.
Yep, I agree, absolutely. That was very holistic of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And obviously weight, that's a massive thing. Weight for the majority of people is not a genetic problem.
Yeah.
There's always outliers, of course. Some people it is, or they have a condition that causes weight gain, but again, is that genetic? Probably not. Maybe reversible, treatable, can make it better slightly.
Yeah.
And your weight, whatever weight you're at, is huge in your appearance. So.
Yep. Absolutely. There you go. Perfect. Love it. You know what else always happens? We have latecomers.
This is a shame.
You need to report to Lucy and Ted after class, London Viking. Down the back there, right beside that coat hanger with that wetsuit with the bottom cut out hanging on it, which you'll find right next to the bench on which that bucket of soapy frogs is sat.
Exactly.
Yes, there will be administrative correction administered. Yeah. Right. What is your opinion on IQ and what is your IQ score? Right. IQ is a measurement of one's ability to do IQ tests.
Yeah.
It is also a coarse gauge on the aspects of intelligence thought to be general intelligence, if there's such a thing. An IQ test is cross-validated in that a person sitting an IQ test at various stages throughout their life will generally tend to get about the same value. So at least they're accurate in terms of reproducibility. What is my IQ? Well, it's Mensa level. But what the hell does that mean? That means it's over a certain level, which again means I could apply to be a member of Mensa, but as I said, I don't want to be. Because what would that achieve? Viking, you may be safe. HRH Ted has been distracted by the pretty nurse. Well, let's be honest, we've all been driven to distraction by the pretty nurse. So we have, haven't we, Ted?
Speechless, in fact.
Yeah. He's lost his words completely. Yes, that's what we were saying. Well done, Mark. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Andrew, I'm not sure what you're responding to. There's something in the chat. Don't know. I don't speak enough German to do anything except be grievously insulting, I think. This is an interesting one. As a nurse, you don't get to make a choice, do you?
I've come up against hospital food so many times. Unless the patient is experiencing hyperglycemia, I don't get involved because I would be seen as a torturer and a patient abuser, probably. I have had cases where I've had a patient with a blood sugar of 22 before a meal. I don't know the American translation, but that's really high. And they had diet-controlled type 2 diabetes. I obviously, I take it to medical staff. Do you want me to give you any, do they want insulin? Whatever, that's the job. And they say, oh no, they're diet-controlled, it's fine. So I'm like, okay, challenge accepted. So on this patient's table, it was just covered in cake and chocolate and sweetened yogurts and supplement drinks that the dietitians prescribe, which the second ingredient is sugar. So I obviously take all that away, and then lunch rolls up. I look at what they've ordered, and they've ordered, I don't even remember, it was like macaroni, cheese and ice cream, something very carb heavy. And I asked the person that coordinates the meals, do you have anything low carbohydrate or no carbohydrate, because my patient has a blood sugar of 22 and it would be very inappropriate to then hand her a sugary carb-laden meal. And he looked at me like I didn't even speak English. He was like, what the? No one, because he was so confused, he didn't even know. And I asked him, has anyone asked you that before, just out of interest? And he said, no, never. So I ended up just crafting, there was an option of like a beef pie. So I just scooped out the beef. Lord knows like what actually was in the sauce of the pie, but it was better than anything. And then some broccoli. And then I wrote on the menu for the next day to give her only scrambled egg or something. That's when I will intervene, because it was my job to get that blood sugar down. It was dangerously high. Well, she was stable, but it was a high blood sugar. So I've had that situation a couple times. And sometimes the only thing I can find is cheese. We're completely, we are like ill-equipped in the diet department for properly managing type 2 diabetes within hospital. Yep.
All right, very good, awesome. What do you think about milk kefir? I like it, it's great.
It's yummy.
Yeah. We're not currently making any here because we stopped for a bit, because we stopped milking our milking goat before we got our milking sheep, and the kefir grains were no good anymore. So we would need to get some more if we were going to do that. But anyway, it was good for a while. I took in quite a bit of it. It didn't seem to affect me negatively at all. I wasn't really, there was no poor affect beforehand, really. So what I'm saying is nothing changed. It was nice, I enjoyed it, nothing changed, can't be a bad thing. Yes, it's been 3 years, Jonathan, you're right. Time flies when you're having fun. Stomp and based, don't ask your question more than once. Pisses Ted off. Don't forget the queue in front of your questions, folks, so Ted can see them. He's a bit one-eyed, you see, and he needs all the help he can get. Don't you, Ted? You need all the help you can get some.
Still distracted.
Yeah, he's distracted, and he's also on a silence protest. He's also not eating. Could be a problem. Is carnivore safe for someone with mild hypertrophic cardiomyopathy? There is no evidence extant anywhere on the planet that would tell you otherwise. Of course it is. As safe as anything else.
Same question?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, we added the Q though.
Oh, good. You
He's
added the
being
Q.
a good student.
I see. Right. All right. Add the Q in the first place. Don't repeat your questions. Well done. Thank you for the question. Enema addiction.
I think people can just get very used to that feeling.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I don't know if it's an addiction. I mean, anything can really, technically, I think anything can become an addiction.
Yeah.
So, especially if you're not actually dealing with the reason why you have constipation, it can become habit almost.
Mm. Can a 10-year-old take Stem Enhance Ultra? Context, my son has a stroke resulting from an AVM rupture in his cerebellum, making an amazing recovery, but still a way to go. Yes, absolutely. You bet. There is no reason that a young person or a child even with a health concern should not take Stem Enhance Ultra. Absolutely none.
All the best to your son.
Yeah. Please do it. Love that topic. I guess that's about the video I said I'd make about the production of ATP from the oxidation of and or substrate level ATP production of carbs and fats and things. Are grounding sheets worth it? What do you think?
I mean, I've heard your opinion on grounding. I feel like
that's
it's
yours
quite exactly.
It's the law.
It's the law.
Yeah.
It's quite a new thing. I mean, obviously, grounding's not a new thing. Being electrically connected to the earth is a very natural and good thing, and we evolved like that. I don't know about grounding sheets. I've heard they could be potentially dangerous because the wire can become a attraction for other forms of
dirty electricity.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't buy it myself. I think that a person that is grounded, even if it's slightly dirty, is probably in a better position than someone who isn't grounded.
I also kind of just like the thought, maybe just go outside. Just go outside.
Yeah.
Stop scrolling on TikTok or whatever you're doing.
Or you can still scroll
outside
on TikTok and just go outside with bare feet.
I think, but even still, going outside is better it's holistic, as one would say.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. What is my knowledge on hair loss? That I have some. Have had since I was 28. Well, that's when I lost my hair.
I think people that undereat can experience some hair loss too. I don't know if it's probably in the context of male balding, but I know in females, if you're undereating, you could be experiencing hair loss. That happened to me.
Yes. Okay. How do we know cholesterol makes certain substances? Well, because they've been traced in terms of the metabolic pathways, the enzymes that have inputs A and B and outputs C and D. That's how we know. How do we epistemologically know things like the Earth is round? Well, there's a whole series of proofs of that exist. Perhaps you should watch my channel about how the Earth isn't flat. That covers that. I haven't posted on it for some years because nobody watches it. But it's there, and it's very educational and hilarious. How do we know molecules, electrons, DNA, etc. exist? Well, because we've viewed them with microscopes and other technologies similar. How can we prove our existence? We can't. You got me there. In fact, if you follow our best model of objective reality, which is the particle standard model of physics, that actually demands that we don't exist. Because it says we're made up of particles, and each one of those particles has a spatial extent of none. So any number of nuns added together, and I mean zeros, not those ladies that wear penguin suits. Add any number of zeros together you like. What's the result, Lucy?
0.
Very good.
Thank you.
You should have said none. That would have been hilarious.
No.
No.
I'm not that fast.
My uniforms are looking very realistic. They are realistic. These are official issue Pimbatian Meat Militia uniforms. They come in various different varieties so that we don't get bored and so that you don't get bored. Plus, we like playing dress up here in Pimbatia, don't we?
Yeah,
Ted loves
so
it.
fun.
You should see Ted. It's the only thing that animates him is playing dress up. And as such, somebody should make him a uniform so he can dress up.
Yep.
Shouldn't they? Hello, Aaron. Do you saying hello at this stage, does that mean you're late? Because you know what happens if you're late.
Uh-oh.
That's what happens. Basically, eat some beef sometimes. Eat eggs. Eat butter. That's your omegas.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty much.
yeah. Steak and eggs and steak. That's what you should have for breakfast.
Delicious.
There you go. What is your opinion on Face IQ's content, niche, actions, etc.? I think he's clearly an intelligent young man who is listening to a good source of information on nutrition-based factors. Yours truly, this bad bald man. In terms of his other stuff, his thing is assessing people's faces for attractiveness. Is there much utility there? It's an opinion. It's based on the mathematics of someone's face. Interesting, perhaps. What do you think about people that want to make comments about how attractive people are based on the mathematics of their face?
What do you mean the mathematics of their face?
Ratios, placement of things on the face, symmetry.
Whatever
things that
floats your boat if you're into that.
That's what she said. You made me come off my chronic lower back pain where Dr. been saying to me, keep doing physiotherapy, and my vision cleared once I stopped plants and vegetables.
Amazing.
Good. Love it. Love it. That's a good outcome. All of those are good outcomes. Are you able to have intellectual discussions about conundrums? Well, that would be conundra, not conundrums. The correct pluralization is conundra. All right? Not conundrums. Paradoxes, epistemology, questions like what's the point of life, etc. Yeah, I can have all those kind of discussions if you like. Yep. Anytime you like. Twice on Sundays. Today's Sunday.
Uh-oh.
We could be here all day.
Fit it in.
That's what she said. Did I see Dr. Nick's 30-day sardine fasting video? No, I didn't. And what are your thoughts? Did you?
I did.
What are your
actually
thoughts?
Watch it. He ate a lot of sardines.
Fuck me, really?
N equals
so it was
1.
all in the title. Okay.
He got leaner.
Yeah.
He was under eating fat.
Mm-hmm.
And so he added a bunch of olive oil. He went nuts on the olive oil. Completely nuts.
Yeah.
I personally would have added butter. Gosh, what actually
Butter makes
happened?
everything better.
His omega-3 went to dolphin levels, as he described it.
Dolphin levels.
Dolphin levels.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. We're not dolphins.
No.
Maybe we are, but what else happened?
Except for those of you that identify as dolphins, we wouldn't want to be non-inclusive.
I don't know if he talked about heavy metals. I think that's quite an interesting point with consuming a lot of seafood.
Yeah.
Can't actually remember.
Apropos of nothing, how tall are you, Lucy?
5'6", maybe 5'7" on a good day.
I would say you're about 5'7".
Yeah, I'm actually quite tall.
Reason for that is because I'm 5'6", and yet...
I might be a bit taller.
Yeah, you're taller than I am. What's actually happening is she's actually sitting behind me slightly. That's why she looks like she's short.
Oh yeah, I look tiny. Yeah. I'm also like leaning back and chilling out.
Yeah. Right. So there you go. Don't be fooled. I'm not huge. That's what she said.
I'm doing you a favour though.
That's what she said. You are doing me many favours. By doing the live streams and helping out around the place.
Milking cows. Not cows. I wish I was milking cows. You don't have a milking cow though. Milking goats and milking one sheep.
Yeah.
Doing random things.
Yeah. Do you have any random hobbies and or niches unrelated to the contents discussed on this channel? Lucy, what do you do in your spare time for a hoot?
I'm really good at making origami goats.
Yes, you are.
Sing. Guitar. Not very good at guitar. It's more about the singing. I walk a lot. I like to cook. Not that I cook much. I don't know. What else do I do? Read, think, overthink, underthink. Drink coffee.
Run up and down stairs.
Yeah, run up and down the stairs. Loads of things, whatever I want.
Yep. Good. I play cricket in the summer very badly, in a very inept fashion. I play guitar with some degree of aplomb. Badly out of practice though. I still sing a bit, but not in the classic way I used to when I had a trained boy soprano voice and anything like that. I just sing. I can hold a tune if I want to. These days, that's about it. I also wrecked my voice pretty much doing rock music for a decade or so.
It's harsh.
Very much harsh. I like to study particle physics, quantum physics. I like to look into the epistemology of, well, things like pure and applied statistics and statistical inference. I know, rock on. I've changed. It used to be about the music.
What a nerd.
I know. What else do I do? I play at being a farmer.
Yeah, that's
a bit. But actually, what I do is I earn the money that makes the farm thing happen, and actually Pim runs the farm pretty much. I just do as I'm told, mostly. What else? Oh, I love aquarium keeping. I don't currently have an aquarium, but I'm going to get one. Big ass one. Fuck off size aquarium. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Love aquarium keeping. That keeps me busy enough these days. I'm sure there are other things I can't think of right now that I'm interested in.
I'm going to learn how to crochet soon as well.
Oh yes, my sister's going to teach you crocheting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can go back to Scotland, and when someone says, "Hey, you, can your mother crochet? Get out to stitch this."
And I'll be, yeah.
I can stitch that. Can you do sutures?
I have actually been taught, but it doesn't come up a lot in my last job. Everyone has staples now these days as well. So,
cool. Yeah. Have you ever been involved in the use of super glue and such things?
No.
Okay.
Not personally.
Apparently that's been done too.
Yeah. I've had it in my own head, to be fair, as a kid.
What, on purpose or?
What do you mean? Oh, as in like to close a wound? Yeah,
okay.
I like smashed my head on a table and it was
super glued. Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Actually, about smashing your head on things, when I was younger, I actually tripped over and fell over and smashed my head on the record player.
Oh.
This is a joke that you will only understand if you're over a certain age, by the way.
Right.
Anyways, I tripped over, smashed my head on the corner of the record player, but I'm all right now. Okay.
I get it.
I'm here all week. Who loves who? Everyone Loves Lucy. There was a program called Everyone Loves Lucy.
Really?
Yeah. It starred a red-headed woman called Lucille Ball.
Lucille.
And her husband was played by this guy, I think he was Cuban, you know, slick as and with the slicked back hair and the I'm so cool and whatever else. And he was a Lucy, you got some splaining to do. No?
No.
You're far too young,
Pass.
Lucy. Yeah. It was like a 60s and 70s thing. I'm a 70s thing, believe it or not. Lucy was telling me that I was saying, well, what's your date of birth, Lucy? And she was going, blah, 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 2000. I'm like, oh, fuck off. 2000 and something is your birth date. Jesus.
Just a young thing.
That's frightening. Yeah. Okay, I have doubt all fat coming from a cow, e.g. beef tallow, is good for health. Why? Because once I stepped into carnivore diet, I found there is two types of fat in beef. One is a liquid state all day. What's your point? You said you have doubts. What is the basis of your doubts? Tell us what the basis of your doubts are. And one is hard.
Oh, that's what she said?
Yeah, good. It's hard to get good help. You just can't get the help.
Can't get the help.
You can't get the help. Although Lucy's been very helpful, as I said. She's done us many favours since she's been here. Riking up the cows, moving them from place to place, driving around on the pinmobile.
So fun.
Yeah. You can get endless daylight in Alaska at certain times of the year, yes. Other times of the year you can't get any. Who is the beautiful young woman next to me?
My name is Lucy. I am a registered nurse from the UK. I advocate for the carnivore diet on Instagram and YouTube under the name That Carnivore Nurse. And now I am in Australia. Not Australia. Where
Not
am
anymore.
I? I'm in New Zealand.
Pimbatia.
I was in Australia.
You're in Pimbatia.
Yeah, I'm
You've
in
crossed the border.
Pimbatia.
And you can never leave. And no, I did not pull her. For God's sake, I'm 30-something years older than she is.
Yeah, enough with this, please.
Yeah, come on, guys. Thank you, Lucy and Bart, on taking away my fear on vitamin D deficiency. You're welcome.
No problem.
We'll send you the bill. And you can tell us to do what a duck can't. Stick your bill up your ass.
Oh, lovely.
Ducks can't do that, apparently. Ron, good to see you, mate. What have you been doing? You spent the weekend studying College and Active. That's good. That's why you slept in and was late. Again, Ron. Report to Lucy and Ted. After class, Ron. She'll be down the back, right next to that small guillotine. And the small yellow furry teddy bear. He'll be there too. Yep. Goodness gracious. Does your Patreon teach people how to reason? That's my goal, yes. How to critically think? Yes, that's my goal. And to be disciplined as a scientist should be. Yes, those are the goals of my Patreon, especially the new course. The old course that's been there for a while is myself and Pim, and it's really the anti-anxiety course it's called, but it's really just an anti-inflammatory course because it turns out that anxiety is highly associated with chronic systemic inflammation. So I talk about how to be anti-inflammatory, and Pim's side of it is dealing with anxiety. And fuck no, she's an expert in dealing with that, having to live with me. That must be anxiogenic, living with me.
You're contraindicated.
I'm contraindicated.
For sure.
Yes, coming from the outside, Lucy, isn't it, anxiogenic and risky to be in the same palace as yours truly?
Nah, the dogs cancel it all out. Nessie. She's so cute.
Yes. Anyway, yes, those are the goals in the new course, which is about how to do all those things. Be aware that I'm not presenting the material necessarily in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 format. The way that knowledge, thought processes are constructed it's a rich tapestry, and we come at things from all sorts of different angles and in some order that will become clear as to why I'm doing it in that order as I go along. But it's discursive, it's discussional, it's relaxed. While I'm being the educator and providing the lectures, if you don't know what I'm talking about, get on my Patreon, pay the $10, watch the first episode, and if you don't like it, well, you can unsubscribe if you want. But the only way to really get a flavour of it is to do that. We've got to pay Ted somehow. So there it is. So Mark quite correctly says, yes, those are my goals, and they were covered in the first video, which outlined that was my goal, and gave viewers some of the throw-out lines you can use in a discussion or adversarial situation when someone's waving papers in front of you saying, look, look, look. Sissy squats. There's 2 different exercises called sissy squats.
Oh,
Are
there
there?
you go. I only heard of one. Do them both. I'm sure it's all good.
Yep. Yeah, get it all down here. Do the lot.
it.
Do all the things. Should someone who can absorb information akin to how you do binge watch your live streams? People should binge watch my streams irrespective of your ability to actually get anything out of them. It's compulsory viewing.
It's the law,
It's
actually.
the law in Pimbatia. And out with. Anyone who doesn't binge watch my videos is guilty of hate speech. And we'll have to report to Lucy afterwards. And I can tell you she's a dab hand with the horse crop. I just made that up. I've got no idea, really. Does exercise really reduce our lifespan? Exactly. Inappropriate exercise, sure. As in too much volume, mostly. At an intensity that's vastly too low, mostly. Yes, that can, absolutely. I tell you what else can reduce your lifespan. Being a hypertrophy athlete and taking the gear.
Yep.
that's not a good idea. Don't take the gear. Right. After I watched your video, I concluded that people who eat carbs have less surviving skill. It's a very broad generalization of what I said. I don't think I really said that. Many times I've said the exact requirement for carbohydrates in the human diet is not 1 gram ever. But I don't think I made any comment about someone's survival skills on the basis of eating carbs. Do you think AI is capable of summarizing and highlighting key details of your most informative video and or live stream? No, I don't. No. Hello, Target.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. Okay, my daughter has PDA like you do. Okay. She is the most intelligent person I know. Yeah, that's part of the deal when you've got this particular... for those who don't know, I have an autism spectrum presentation. It's called PDA. And one of the aspects of it is hyperintelligence, so they say. Yeah. What's the point of that question? Yes, probably it is. Average, yes. That's above average. Yes. I'm guessing, I don't know. I don't know the stats on people's height for all countries, but I would suggest that's pretty much up there. My opinion on vaccinations is that's a topic we cannot discuss on YouTube. It's not safe.
That's my sister's boyfriend.
Is it?
All right, Charlie.
All right.
He's from Essex, proper Essex. Do you do an Essex accent?
I'm not really convinced I can. I can do kind of Yorkshire a bit.
No, he's a geezer.
Right. I don't think I can do Essex so much. I never watched that program about Essex.
The only way is Essex.
Well,
I know. Watched.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, all right, Charlie. Glad you're here. Yeah,
Trying to get us in trouble.
Yeah, we just can't talk about that on YouTube. It's there is an accepted narrative on that you are not allowed to have a varying opinion on, so we don't. Yeah. I've never done looks maxing. That's the thing where they're talking about, trying to alter your facial shape, body shape, etc., in such a way as to be more likely to be able to pull. Yeah. Frankly, anyone that would want to be with someone purely on the basis of how they look and not for the same reason is probably someone you don't want to have anything to do with.
Yeah,
because
it's
at the
shallow.
end of the day,
it's not going to go far.
It is shallow. It's not going to go far. And at the end of the day, your looks will fade.
Yep.
And there's got to be more to a relationship than physical attraction.
100%.
I used to be beautiful. Like my young nephew. He's beautiful, isn't he?
Well, yeah.
If not a bit soft on the stairs. Love you, son. Just kidding. He's not even watching. He's probably not even awake yet. He's in the next room, actually.
He plays video games till 5 a.m.
Video games till 5 a.m. Jesus.
See, that's not a beautiful trait.
It's not. I'm just saying, purely physically, looking at the
No,
lad.
exactly.
He's a good-looking lad.
But it's not all
Runs
about...
in the family.
It's not all about physical looks.
No, exactly. Yeah, but so what? Just because I might agree with 2 or 3 things an idiot says doesn't mean I agree with everything that idiot says. And that boy is a fucking idiot. Nin, how are you, hun? Love you. Nothing you can do about it. I'll be doing a live stream later in the week with Nin at a more friendly time for her. She's in Australia, which is 2 hours earlier than here.
Yeah.
Nin, for those who don't know, is a very highly regarded naturopath in the eastern part of Australia. And
Awesome.
her views on things are really, really, good and worth hearing. And we'll do a live stream later in the week where she will tell us all about it and stuff. No, Sverre is not a chameleon. He is a sort of humanoid. My cardiologist tells me there are studies without conflict of interest that demonstrate causality, not association, between cholesterol and cardiovascular disease. Well, change your cardiologist. Your cardiologist is incompetent to speak about science, because I can tell you without fear of contradiction by anyone who is actually competent that no, there are no such studies extant. There are no studies even with conflicts of interest that establish cause nor effect as relates to the causality of heart disease, atherosclerosis. No, there aren't. Goodness gracious. It's incredible. Yes. Any reason to take Cerule at 18? Yes. How long would you like to remain young and beautiful and vibrant and all of that? Because the stuff is likely to help one maintain one's youth and vitality and beauty and all of that, it seems. That's not a therapeutic claim because we're not allowed to make those. Just when you understand what the stuff is and what it does, you have to go, well, that makes sense. Here's the thing, adult stem cells differentiate into brand new cells of any kind your body needs, except for 3 things, it seems. Sperm, eggs, or fucking hair follicles.
Unlucky.
I know. Unbelievable. Well, the hair follicle things is because it's not a health challenge. Why would your body invest resources into fixing that? It's not a problem. It's mostly hormonal, they believe. It's hair loss anyway. And we can make jokes about hormones, but they're so old we won't. The old ones are still the oldest, aren't they? Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's what she said.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. I'll fill you in later.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Oh, God, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There we go. Yeah. So yes, take your Cerule. Absolutely take your Cerule. When your adult stem cell differentiates into a new adult cell of whatever kind, that new cell has a full-length telomere. Its biological age is 0. So the more of those you've got in your body, the better, and the younger you keep reinforcing that, the better. Beyond about 18 years of age. Unless you're a child with a health concern, we wouldn't necessarily say that someone under 18 would benefit specifically in terms of stem cell release from the Cerule product. But in the case of the young child that we were talking about earlier, yes, because there's a problem. Yeah. I hope that's clear. Can gender identity be empirically verified, or is it pseudoscience? Well, the answer's in the question. Identity is not something that you can put a number on. Empirically means with numbers, doesn't it? You're welcome. Anything different on that?
Nope.
No, good. How many genders are there?
2. I'm sorry.
You're a bigot. I knew there was a problem. Can't believe it. Did you hear that? She said there's 2 genders. Probably because there fucking is.
I'm a nurse. Sorry.
When in several thousand years somebody digs up my skeleton, if it still exists, do you think they'll look at that pelvis and say, we're not sure?
Yeah.
No, they won't. They'll look at my pelvis and they'll say, that's a male pelvis.
Yep.
They'll do that.
Not bear a child.
That's right. And they'll do that by looking at the width of the thing and the angle at the front, which is different on a female pelvis. It's incredible, isn't it, how science works? $5 from John James. Thank you very much for the $5. What's your take on kimchi? Smells like hell and tastes like heaven. I'm not a fan of fermented foods, or in fermented plant foods, I should say. Neither am I a fan of unfermented plant foods. So anything that comes from plants is probably not something that I'm a fan of necessarily, except for nonsense now and then, like biscuits. Indeed. Well said, Nin. That's why we have you on the show sometimes.
It's the human diet.
Yes.
It's true.
Can you take Cerule Stem Enhance while pregnant? Well, on the bottle there's a warning that says, not recommended if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. The reason for that is not because there's any indication of any kind whatsoever that it's unsafe. None at all. It's the exact opposite. It's that the FDA said there's no evidence that it isn't. That it is safe, I mean. And pregnancy and breastfeeding, for some reason, is a protected population that you have to put a warning on the label of whatever it is. So basically what they're saying, the FDA, is if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you shouldn't do anything except be pregnant or breastfeed because it's unsafe, is the implication. No. So the answer to your question in short is there's no reason to believe that you shouldn't. It says that on the label, absolutely, and you can follow that if you want, or you can not. It's your funeral. Is that clear? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Side effects of what? Sudeep. Side effects of what? Do you mean cereal? Well, hyperintelligence, masculinity plus, unless you're a woman, rude good health. I'm not making therapeutic claims, I'm just being flippant. There are no negative side effects for the most part for most people that take cereal. 1 or 2 people react a bit and get the shits for the first week, a little bit. Occasionally there's an allergic reaction to something. Never been anything serious. Except for one occasion where there was somebody that reacted to a shellfish protein that somehow got its way into a batch. That was before the current company. It was a previous company that had this product before this company that didn't have the technology that this one does to filter and clean it up. Yes. It is appropriate and indicated for anyone under 18 with a health condition to take stem enhance. Yes, correct. I agree. Don't issue instructions here on my channel, thank you, Stomp and Burst. We do what the fuck we want, and so does everybody else. Here he is, Harry Sopranos. This is Harry.
Hey, Harry.
King of Tasmania, first of his name. The verbose.
There he is.
He that learns to breathe through his ears so he can keep talking.
What a legend.
Yes, he's absolutely a legend. We love you, Harry. Nothing you can do about it. Later on in Pimbatia, you won't be here, Harry, for this, of course, but later on, we'll be having a barbecue.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So
we have
will.
so much meat, it's insane.
Yes, we do.
Yum. That's what she said.
Thank you.
She's so excited too.
Yes, she was so excited about the meat, she forgot to say that's what she said.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Harry. Love you. Nothing you can do about it. How's the weather in Tassie? Walk barefoot. And I thought they said be barefoot and pregnant. Isn't it funny how you see what you want to see?
You want to be pregnant?
I don't, personally.
And barefoot?
No.
Right.
Neither do I necessarily want anyone close to me to be pregnant.
Yeah, I love walking barefoot, and I've just recently been introduced to barefoot shoes, and I think they're amazing. I don't think I'm ever going to buy, once I wreck all my other shoes, I don't think I'm ever going to buy non-barefoot shoes. They're so comfortable.
Yep. I can't wear them, personally.
Why not? Have you tried?
I mean, it's specifically the ones with the toes that are moulded. I can't because
like individual toes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't wear those.
No, I can't wear those because I've got on each foot I've got 2 toes that are kind of joined up to
You
the
have
first
6
knuckle.
toes.
Well, I've only got 4 really. If you think of it that way, because
Really?
my second and third toe, instead of going like that, it goes like that.
Wow, interesting. Well, I don't like the toe ones. I have just like the Seguro when
Right.
you like. Classics.
I also like support and padding and stuff. Maybe it's a function of being old and.
No, it's also because that's how your feet have adapted to.
Yeah, I
We've been
suppose.
wearing the wrong shoes our entire lives. So you have to actually adapt to then barefoot shoes.
Yeah. Have you looked into the fermented plants possibility to filter BPA in humans? No, I haven't. Have you?
No,
Right. That's that Christian dealt with.
don't drink out plastic, no problem.
Yeah. Yes, there is in the house. We noticed. There you go. Carnivore Farm Mum will be starting on Ted's uniform right away. Do you need measurements?
Yeah, he's the size very small.
He's Ted sized. He's fun sized. Is Ted
Size.
fun sized? Yeah. Facial attractiveness isn't purely maths. I agree, it isn't. Maths does play a role in it, but it's not the whole story.
No.
I mean, math is a great way to model objective reality, absolutely, including objective reality is modeled using mathematics, the particle theory. But it's not the whole story.
It's also so much about your character. If you're smiling and you're a happy person, you look more attractive. Even if you're the most beautiful person in the world and you're sad and, you know, a bit gloomy, you don't look as attractive.
Yes, one of Harry's ancestors, Harry's Greek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Eratosthenes, one of his ancestors, proved that the Earth was curved and not flat around about 240 BC. Yep, we've known for a while. Yep. Perhaps you should look that up, those of you that think the Earth is flat. Or you could watch my channel called It's Round Like, which is great. Ted is also the co-host over there, as is Pim, actually. So if you want to see Pim or Ted in a different context, well, Pim was on several videos, mainly in voice only, actually,
Oh, really?
which is the way she likes it. There we go. You're welcome. We all love Lucy. Lucy rocks.
Thank you.
That's all right. Inuit on the ice. How do we get to the Inuit, Harry, for Christ's sake? Anyway, the Inuit on the ice ate around 70% fish and ended up having some clotting issues. Okay. But they did it out of necessity. But the N15 and carbon delta 13 data shows that we consumed some seafood only. Yes, except for the Inuits, we consumed some seafood. Is that like my daddy's bigger than your daddy and he's a policeman and he's got a gun? Are you moving to New Zealand?
Oh, I mean, I actually love New Zealand. I'm not going to lie.
She
Time
thinks
will tell.
she thinks she's leaving at some point. She still really genuinely thinks we're going to let her leave.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
I'm hanging on to hope.
Yeah. Those of you that love Lucy, you'll never see her again. I'm sorry.
I'm
She's
going
here.
into that cupboard.
It's right.
Never
In the
coming
cupboard.
out.
We're going to put you in the cupboard.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The long trailer. I don't know what that's about.
Neither.
Jesus, don't get us started on that. Holy hell.
Yeah. Say nothing.
I do live in Pembatia. I'm the king here.
Yeah.
What do you think of Auntie?
I think yes. Of course. Duh, what do you think?
I don't know what Auntie is. Auntie what? Goodness.
Finish your questions.
Complete hilarity at Grandma's home right now, the feral grandma. She's using a vibration plate. And a little dog.
Interesting.
Yes. Vibration plates are cool.
Do you think they're good?
I don't know.
Is that for like lymphatic drainage and blood
Yeah,
flow?
yeah, and muscle activation, and you can do exercises on them and apparently get more. I don't know about the results of it. I just think they're cool. I've played with one and I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
For a bit, and then it's like when you use a power tool all day and then you stop doing that and you've still got that.
And your eyes are still shaking.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed, you tell them, Nin. We don't have any nonsense around here. If you want your question answered, put a Q in front of it and a colon, and then suffix it with a question mark. Yes, and don't ask your question more than once and stuff. We run a tight ship around here, don't we? Very, very tight.
That's what she said.
Thank you. She's getting better.
Just.
Yep. Use transcripts from videos, text files, and feed those into your ChatGPT. It should typically be able to summarize the key points.
That is true.
Yeah, but what's the point? I mean,
It does do quite a good job at that.
does it? I'm not sure, personally.
Yeah. It
Bit of love
actually
from Tassie. We love some love from Tassie.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Harry.
Have you been to Tasmania?
I have not.
Neither. I was nearly went between here and Australia, but I didn't go.
I did live in Ballarat for a while, which is near Melbourne, which is quite close to Tasmania, but there's a big ocean in between. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a commitment to go.
There you go. I'm still cute.
Oh. It's the hat.
Am I not cute without the hat?
debatable.
Go on, you can give me something.
You're adorable.
Thank you. Hey, see? It's not hard.
That's what she said.
Yep. It's not just about acquiring a mate. Well, what the fuck is it about then? Joseph, for goodness sake. A job? It's about attracting people to want to see you in a positive way and do things for you that you want done for you. Isn't it? I don't know. It just seems all a bit superficial to me. We are lovely. You're lovely too.
Thanks.
Yep. There is an alleged event when the boy was in high school where he got a bit stabby with some of his fellow students, apparently. Don't know if it's true or not, but there you go. Is jogging better than being sedentary for cardiovascular health? Sure. Yep.
Most definitely.
Yep. Absolutely.
Is it optimal?
No. That's a great question, and the answer is no. It's not optimal. Yep.
So what is optimal?
In terms of fitness, one needs to understand that there's no such thing as general fitness. Sure, some of the fitness components do bleed across. There is some crossover. But general fitness is a construct which actually is not valid. Fitness is specific. So the best way to be fit to run long distances is to run long distances. The best way to be fit to run fast is to run fast. The best way to be fit to lift heavy weights is to lift heavy weights. The best way to get fit for boxing is to box, for example. So it depends on your goals as to what's optimal. If your goals are functionality, activities of daily living, functional strength, maintenance of decent bone mass, maintenance of decent muscle mass, etc., then optimal would be 3 or 4 sessions a week of 45 minutes per session of high intensity burst and repeat activity and or resistance training. Also, walking long distances at very low intensity is fine. What I suggest to people is you stay out of that middle zone, that so-called aerobic training zone, where it's just hours and hours and hours a week of activity at a set sub-maximal exercise intensity. So it's just slog, 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 jog, jog, jog. Don't do that. Bad idea. There we go. Yes, the YouTube's folks don't like discussions about Jabba the Hutt and his palace on Tatooine. You're right. 2.5 genders. Okay. Seems like we're running down, folks, on the quality of questions. Just the 1 Q though, not 3. Thank you. And the colon rather than 2 further Qs. Also, your question should be suffixed with a question mark. Let's see what it says. Oh, you forgot the capital on the front as well. Goodness gracious. Resubmit next semester. What is your take on the sudden rise in blood sugar? Only eat beef and sometimes chicken and water and coffee once a week.
Need more context, I do believe.
Absolutely. That sounds like an hour-long discussion to work out what's going on for you.
That could be...
There's a link down the bottom of the screen there, the one that goes bit.ly/Bart-KAY. That's where you can sort out consultancies if you like. I'm cheap, me. Much cheaper than Paul Sillard, I don't know. He charges $1,000 an hour, or part thereof, to tell people to eat sugar.
Wow.
I know.
A lot.
I know. It's a lot of money to be charged to be told something that's absolutely the worst thing you could possibly do, isn't it? Or nearly the worst thing. Yeah. Yes. Right. Question. So, were there human studies done on steroid? Yes. So can you claim causality with it? No, because they're not the kind of studies that can claim causality on anything, except there's an inference made in the paper that is leaned on by those of us that have read the paper to suggest that there's a good inference that the stuff does what it says it does on the tin, which is to cause your body to release more adult stem cells. N equals 12, the study was, so I get that that's not a huge sample size. Yes, there was some noise around the signal. It wasn't a close, tight thing. There was quite some spread in terms of individual results, yes. But the average was an increase of 25%, which amounted to around about 4.5 million extra circulating stem cells at peak after 2 capsules of Stem Enhance was consumed. I think it was about 2 hours afterwards from memory. And then over the next 4 hours it tails back to normal, mostly because the cells get used for things. So yeah, there's an inference there that we can, there's not a cause and effect proof. There is no cause and effect proof of pretty much anything on humans, really, because you can't experiment on humans. You'd have learned that if you'd watched my Patreon lesson, the first one that I posted the other day. It was good, wasn't it? I did say post some comments if you've watched it and you thought it was good in the chat, but I haven't seen one. Goodness, are you not watching it? You paid to watch it, those of you that did. Have you not watched it? It's there. It's available for your viewing pleasure after the show, if you like. Okay. Yep. Oh, well, that's also true. Anecdotes, you see. They're all anecdotes. Ted doesn't wear any shoes. No.
He's barefoot all the way.
That's right. Enjoy the barbecue. We will, Harry. And the weather. Yeah, it's quite good today.
It's lovely today.
It's lovely today. It's a bit average and a bit humid in Tassie. All right.
Commiserations.
Shit happens. Since most people have significant plastic build-up in their bodies, what's your take on how this could be remedied over time? Not really my field. Not really my area, the intake of environmental toxins. My thing is about a human-appropriate, human species-specific diet and 4 other health hacks, really. Plus, my thing is bagging on people that don't know anything about science and think they do. Also, dress up. I like playing dress up.
Can't forget that.
And guitar and singing and aquarium keeping and trying to be a farmer and marketing cereal products. That's not really a hobby though, that's more a business. Was the dog all shook up? Thank you very much. Right. Yeah, N equals 1 experiments don't have a lot of value, do they? Necessarily. Jogging through the chat window, more questions. Goodness gracious, we'll be going 2 hours and 25 minutes. We'll have to close off soon, I think. Can the carnivore diet help cure H. pylori? Unknown. I know that it's the optimal human diet, so it's best within every scenario, but would there be any problems with the digestion? Yes, H. pylori can cause all sorts of problems, and I would suggest that a carnivore diet might be helpful, but I don't know. There's no...
I've heard other people curing it and other like gut dysbiosis going away, but we can never say anything's going to happen to you for certain.
That's right. Ooh.
Ooh.
The other reason we need to stop. That's right.
Too much stairs.
I'm sitting on one of those postural chairs.
You don't, it's quite a brutal chair.
It is. It makes you sit up straight though. Pay attention.
Yeah, I've been slouching.
You have. You've been slacking on the job. Incredible.
Oops.
Will antacids and antibiotics suppress hyper-aggressive H. pylori? Case by case. How long's a piece of string? Your mileage will vary. That sounds like a consultancy issue. Yeah. Coach Angela saw the video. Did you like it? Was it good? Or was it a bit too waffly? I kind of made it a bit sort of discursive so that you could kind of get a overall view for where the course is going to be going in terms of its particular topics as we go along. Let us know what you thought. You don't have the means to purchase a Patreon membership. Sorry to hear that. What is the mechanism by which the cereal supplements work in short? Well, they cause your bone... If you're talking about Stem Enhance, it causes your bone marrow to release your adult stem cells to the bloodstream, whereupon they do magics. That's how it works. It works because it's a particular extract from this one bacteria that lives in this one lake in Oregon. And what it does is it cuts the thread that ties the stem cell to the bone marrow and facilitates its release, which then causes the master cell to then undergo a mitotic division and replace the one that's just been released. That way you can't ever run out. Isn't that cool? Yes, that's cool.
Super cool.
Yep. Thoughts on popular peptides like I don't know what that one is. BPC 157, I've used that. GHKCU, I haven't used that one either. Likes and dislikes. The only one of those I've ever really used is BPC 157. I found it quite effective for what I was trying to do at the time. Yep. Have you used peptides?
No.
No.
Don't know much about them.
Okay. All right. We're at the bottom of the chat. Very good.
We did it.
We did it.
Ooh!
All right. Which really just leaves one thing for us to do, and that is to sing the national anthem of the independent sovereign nation of Pimbatia, which goes a little bit something like this. Steak and eggs and eggs and steak. That's what you should have for breakfast. Delicious. Eggs and steak and steak and eggs. Just making sure you heard.
We got it.
I think they got it, Ted. Join us next time when... I don't know what will be happening, frankly. I've got no idea what's going on.
Lord knows.
Hit the buttons, Ted, anytime you're ready.
Which is it?
It's this one over here.
Boom.
End stream.
Bye.
Bye then. Be good.